I got a question from one of my classes that actually shocked me a little bit. It was something that I wasn't expecting. They asked the question, I understand what a scrum master does, but what does a product owner do all day? What is my product owner doing? And I tried to explain that the product owner is solely responsible for making sure that they create a product backlog that's sized appropriately, easily consumable, and reviewed by the team. That they are the key to the product's journey to success. They're accountable for translating all the customer wishes and all the strategic wishes and needs into a viable and competitive product. They could use tools like vision, strategy, goals, all to generate what they need in the form of a product backlog that the team can consume. But I think sometimes people take for granted the other pieces of work that they do. People often think of a product owner as just someone who is a backlog jockey or a tool jockey who manages the Jira instance or the Azure DevOps. So how do we get to the point where they start thinking about priorities, risk, value, communicating effectively, making sure they understand the direction of the clear North Star with the product vision, and making sure that we're in line with understanding certain things. So I put together a short list of things that the product owner does in order to help us understand all of the product owner's accountability. So here we go. The product owner understands customer needs. A crucial part of the day involves understanding what the customer requirements are, gathering feedback, holding focus groups, doing deep analysis to discern underlying needs and preferences. It's about predicting what customers will value, not just today, but into the future, creating suitable experiments to validate your assumptions, and aligning the product backlog and the roadmap both to the strategic vision and strategy and to the consumer's wants, needs, whims, and desires. Next, they have to find a way to stack rank the product backlog. Deciding on which features or improvements take precedence is a daily effort. To do this, the product owner should first choose what to do by collaborating with the business analyst, functional analyst, and technical analyst, and constantly evaluate the impact of each decision in line with the overall product vision and business goals. They need to balance short-term gains with long-term vision to make sure they're creating something that's going to give short-term benefit, but also something that's going to allow for a long-term stability of the product or service. This person's also responsible for doing market analysis. They need to stay ahead of current market trends and competitors and move on what they see daily. They need to react. They need to be proactive more than reactive, but they need to react when they see something. The product owner needs to understand all the competitors' actions and know where the market is heading and ensure that their product stays relevant and ahead of the curve. You might also catch them doing stakeholder engagement. So regular interactions with all the stakeholders. This is something that should happen daily and involves creating meaningful work relationships, reporting progress, and actively engaging them in the product's development. Building trust and ensuring everyone's expectations align directly with the product's vision. And if not, using Help Me Understand as a tool to navigate through those conversations to understand why people may need or want certain things in a product. They need to be able to navigate complexity and uncertainty. The product owner needs to manage complexities of the product development by constantly assessing and responding to changing market conditions, maybe even technological advancements or consumer trends. This requires a sophisticated understanding of the industry and anticipating shifts that might impact the product. It's about making informed decisions in an uncertain environment and adapting the strategy to maintain relevance and competitiveness. Not always easy, that's for certain. They need to be able to optimize product value and performance. The product owner needs to be deeply involved in enhancing the product's value, its viability, its performance. They need to make sure it's doing what it does. This includes a thorough analysis of user feedback, any metrics necessary, and market to identify opportunities for improvement. It's about focusing on delivering a product that exceeds the customer's expectations, not just what they hope for. And then finally, I would argue they need to be a great collaborator with the team. They need to be able to really, really understand communication. They need to constantly stop, collaborate, and listen. They need to do what's beyond the day-to-day task coordination. They need to do that too, but they also need to encourage creativity and innovation and foster an environment where the team feels valued and motivated to do their absolute best. The product owner needs to understand empathy and the voice of the customer. The product owner needs to understand technology and be technologically savvy. They also need to understand the market and know strategically where we're trying to go. Being a product owner is not always easy, but what I can tell you is it's definitely the most rewarding. So if you're worried about what your product owner is doing all day, don't worry. I can assure you one thing, they're definitely busy. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a topic you want us to talk about, learn more at AgileDad.com. We would love to hear from you. As always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.